Hey everybody, it's the T-Rock100 and welcome back to more Pokemon Diamond. In the last episode, I arrived here to Hearthstone City, did a little exploring around, and I defeated Barry for the second time. In this episode, we're going to be heading east from Hearthstone City. So, let's get going. Real quick, along the way, Glenda leveled off off screen and learned the move Assurance. Weird name, I know. Okay, anyway. And when we come up here, around 209, there is actually a few Pokemon that we can find. I actually did go through this one, and I made sure that everything was correct. Okay, so anyway. The first Pokemon that you can find out here is Chansey. Chansey! If you guys remember Chansey from the first game, they were the hardest Pokemon to find. Do I really recommend it? Not that much. Chansey is mostly known for being a special wall, which means any powerful physical hit that comes into contact with it, it's going down. Next up is only exclusive to only Pearl, and that is Mime Jr. Mime Jr. It is alright, I guess. It has a very unique way of evolving. When you get one, you need to teach it the move Mimic, and that will evolve into Mr. Mime. It's not bad, I guess. So take a pick on that, but personally, I don't really recommend it that much. Now, exclusive to Diamond is this little Bonsly right here. Bonsly is more of a physically defensive Pokemon. It's kind of like the opposite of Mime Jr., where Mime Jr. is more of a specially defensive Pokemon, whereas Bonsly here is more of a physically defensive Pokemon. Like Mime Jr., it evolves by Mimic. So, being a Pseudo-Widow, it's pretty slow, and it's also... It's not really good for taking a lot of good hits, so... First, I don't really recommend these two Pokemon that much. And now that we've gotten the Good Rod, there's one new Pokemon that we can find using the Good Rod, and that is Goldeen. Goldeen. It's more of a physically offensive water type. It was decent in the first 3 games, but thanks to the physical specials, but it got a little bit better. But since I already have Emperor right here, which is now level 26. Personally, I don't really recommend it that much, even from back then. I just think there's some better water types out there. So that pretty much just covers everything new Pokemon that you find out in the wild. Okay. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get these two items here. Woo! Lepa Berries! Lepa Berries! They restore 10 PP of a specific move that you want to give it. It's basically an ether, but berry-wise. Chest of berries right here. I believe that works with Confusion, I believe it is? I don't remember. I'll find out in just a minute. But anyway, we have a required battle right here. Twins Emma and Will. And it looks like they're playing Diamond and Pearl, or possibly Platinum. Okay, so let's go for a Bubble Beam on Bonsly, and we'll go for Assurance on Mime Jr. Now that's what I'd call a Glinda bitch slap. Crappy puns for the win. There we go. Way to go, you two! I taught you well. Okay. Wah! Wah! That's one of the weirdest sounds I've ever made. Okay, so you see this little Pikachu right here. I hate these battle items. I think this little one is actually something that is of interest. I am a Pokemon! It is actually a trainer in disguise. She has one Pokemon, which is a Pikachu. And it's obviously a female because I can tell by the looks of its tail. When I first saw this, I have to say, I always thought this one was an error somewhere in the Pokemon creation, but when I found out more about in terms of gender-wise, boy, was my mind ever blown. Because I think in Gen 2 they introduced genders. And I know they made an exception for Nidoran male and female. So don't know why I'm still talking about this, but what? Balls! Actually, yeah, I actually did want to go with a sweat. And you got 3 Pokemon? Not to worry, I can plow through these guys quicker than you can say, okay, thanks. With my good Pokemon Emperor. Let's go for a Metal Claw. I'm really looking forward that, I think it's Emperor or it's a Final Evolution learns this awesome move that I really want it to have. Okay. Put another Metal Claw, and see what we got. Okay. We got a Badoo. If I recall correctly, I think it's Pure Grass type? Well, let's find out. Okay, never mind. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is a Pure Grass type. I was thinking of it being a Grass Poison type, because I know it evolves into one later on. And crap. I am paralyzed. Okay, you know what? That's actually a very appropriate move for Badoo because it's weak to fire, and that's good. And I'm paralyzed. Crap. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's see something. Okay, right. We got a Cleffa. Okay. I still have Staravia on my team for the moment. It's going to prove a little bit more useful for something that's coming up later on. But then after that, I'm going to ditch it later. Okay. Let's go for another Insurance. I think that's how it's pronounced. Here we go. See? No problem. Alright. You raised with a lot of good care. A lot of care. There's no good in there. Now, if I recall correctly, there should be an item in here. Ooh, right in front of me. Okay, Chinese mushroom. So it's for a good price at stores, I guess. Well, okay. This thing right here. Actually, is that an item? Okay. This thing right here. It's a broken crumbling tower made of stone. It seems to be a spot that would be a perfect fit for the odd keystone. Do that. Hollowed tower. Spent on it. Okay. This thing right here. This thing is one of the most jerkish things in Pokemon history. There is a Pokemon that will appear from this specific hollow tower. Once you have the odd keystone, and there's one more thing that you have to do. You need to talk to 32 people underground. And to make matters even worse, I can't do that with a specific emulator. So it's impossible for me to show you this one Pokemon that will appear from here. That Pokemon is none other than Spiritomb, which is downright one of the best Pokemon ever. This thing is probably one of the best defensive Pokemon in the game. If you want a good Ghost and a good Dark type, this thing is your guy. In this game, it has no weaknesses. Nope. Nothing. And this, it just gets even better in later generations. And I really wanted to try to use this on my team, but if I were to do so, I would have to hack. And I do not want to hack, thank you. So, props for Spiritomb, but unfortunately, I cannot use it. Ooh, Oh, there's an item close by, and I'm willing to bet it's from that rock. Okay. And like I said, I love Spiritomb to death. I really, really do. Okay, so is this the item? The Awakening, as its name implies, it awakens a Pokemon. Let's see. Okay, I actually want to come down. The counter. And you know what? I just discovered a major flaw. I forgot to get repels. Then you know what? I deserve him to be an idiot on that, so... Whoopsie! My bad! But anyway, I want to come over here. Oh, this is awesome. And yeah! Yeah! Calcio! Ooh! You like it. Wait, wrong section. It raises the base special attack of a single Pokemon. You bet I'll do that. You know what? Let's get that to fireproof. Because I'm feeling frisky. Okay. So anyway, that trainer is not required, but we are going to want to come in here. But first things first. I want to come into Solaceon Town. Because there's actually a mark right here. And that is actually a little bit of a blessing in disguise. Because we do need to go through the Lost Tower. I think in Platinum, actually, you know what? In Platinum, it is not important. But in Diamond and Pearl, it is highly required. Okay. So, whilst I am here... Let me stock up on some repels. Thank you. Now, what are you selling on the left? What do you got? Anything good? Oh! Dusk Bones! Yeah! The best item in the game. Well, in terms of catching, that is. And yes, I know the Master Ball is the best. I get it. I mean, this is probably the best Pokeball that money can buy. And this is actually kind of appropriate for me because I do a lot of recordings in the night. Now, I think possibly tomorrow I might make it a little bit of an exception, depending on how things go, because, hey, I'm off for the next 2 days. We'll see. Okay. Okay, Personal Berries restores confusion. So, let's head back to here. Okay. So here in the Lost Tower, there is only one new Pokemon that we can find out here. Golbat! Golbat! If you haven't bothered with Zubat from before, and now you want to have a good flying type, Zubat could be a good one. Well, Golbat could be a good one. It will have the potential of evolving into Crobat. And I used a Crobat myself, and it proved very useful to me. So, if you want to have one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, Crobat's your guy. Of course, you'll have to get its happiness up in terms of a Golbat. But there is an item, I think back in that Emily Square, that you are going to want to get. And that's called the Soothe Bell. Which, of course, helps increase the happiness of a Pokemon that wears it in battle. Which is all around a really good item, and I like it. Okay. Now here's Diamond and Pearl. It is very much required to do so. Because there is an item that's up here that you are going to want to get. Okay. But first, I got to get into this trainer because he is somewhat required. Ooh, critical hit. Go Glinda. Of course, we got a Kricketune. Of course, you would have a Kricketune. Oh, bite. But it won't live. Wow. That seems kind of a grim place to say, considering the fact that we're in a gigantic tower that's made for the pretty much the Pokemon that have lost their lives. So I'm probably going to dig myself a hole on this one. Soul Stone! This item is a necessary item for what's going to be coming up very soon, if I'm ever going to get one. This place is probably full of hidden items, so I'm going to be checking around every once in a while to see if there's any hidden items that are, of course, hidden from me. It was like there. I got them all on this floor. But you know what? I'm going to check something. How is my head doing? I know I didn't really do a lot of walking around. Yeah, it doesn't seem close to hatching, so it's going to take a little while. So let's see here. Anything? Nope. Nope. Well, we'll take it to no-go. I always consider the dowsing the machine to be a blessing in disguise. His name is Kirby. That is an awesome name for a roughneck. Like, fear the wrath of the roughneck named Kirby. Wow! I am such an revive! I don't think this place is appropriate for that thing. I know there's some people trying using it here, but I guess you can say it was kind of... What's the word I want to say? But I don't want to say it. It was all in vain. There, I said it, and I'm not happy about it. Okay, shake off my sorrow. Please battle with me. What the? Excuse me? PC, I am in control with this, thank you. Alright, gotta earn yourself a Bonsley. Level 19. Alright, why am I talking like a cowboy? But then again, we are getting pretty close to a farm. Solaceon Town, to be more precise. Okay. Here we go. Okay. My sorrow has deepened. Ooh. I think it's because you might have lost that one. Okay. TM27! Return! This is actually a pretty good item. The more happiness is in a Pokemon, the greater the damage. Okay. This person right here. The Lost Tower is where the spirits of departed Pokemon are put to rest. Those that enjoyed long lives, those whose times were short. All the departed Pokemon shall find solace here. It is good for you to have a visit. Here, take this hidden machine. HMO4! Strength! Use the hidden move Strength. I've forgotten where exactly, but you must visit a Pokemon gym. Yes. Problem with that is, you have to win in the 6th gym, I believe it is. And that is sad. Because I really, really want to get that Gibble. If you guys haven't probably figured it out already, I plan on using that Gibble on my team. And that is gonna suck! But as you all know, I am a patient man. I'm a very, very patient man. But then again, what is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you? Anyway, now that I'm done rambling on about nothingness, let's just get out of the Lost Tower. Maybe I'll come back later and do some off-screen training. We shall see. Oh, you know what? I kind of deserve that one for saying a lot of those dead jokes. Get myself into a battle with, a young couple. Tai and Sue. You know what? I like those names. Tai and Sue. you, and then I'll use Wing Attack on you. It would surprise me if Meditite survived. Whoa, speaking of the devil, Pepper's level 27, pretty good. Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but... Oh! Ugh. Dirty word. Who says dirty word? What am I saying? Just use insurance and call it a day. Hoskina, bye-bye! Hooray! I only have eyes for soup. Maybe that's why we lost. I'm sorry, Ty. Aww. Young love. But some people would just like to be young, wild, and have most of my loves again. Oh hey! Good timing. Okay. Now there's one last place where I want to head to, and then we'll call quits for this episode. Okay. Come on. Need to get through here. Thank you. We have this place right here. The Pokemon News Press. Wanted pro Pokemon catchers. I don't really consider that to be worth our time. But anyway, right here. This is the daycare center. Let us raise your Pokemon. When you leave a Pokemon here, for every step you take, it's one experience for every time that you leave it there. I might be doing this later, but who knows? Maybe I'll do something pretty fun later. Okay, we're going to come into this place. Let's talk to this person. You can customize Pokeballs by affixing seals on them. Oh, you don't have a seal case? Well, here you go. This item, the seal case. This thing pretty much decorates the way on how you're going to use your Pokemon in battle by sending them out. Which is an awesome thing. I wish they would do that more often. I mean, they never did it for the next 2 generations, and it makes me so sad. They need to bring it back. Excuse me, ma'am. There's one last place where I want to head to, and that's it. This house right here. Okay. Just have to check. What do you say? Pokemon have a quirky nature? Did you know that Pokemon's nature determines on how it will grow? Yes, I did. This area had many Pokemon from the olden days. They say there were big Pokemon ranches around these parts. Remind me to never speak like a cowboy ever again. Or even a cowgirl at that, my goodness. Okay, I guess now that we're done with that, it's time to go ahead and end things off right here. Next time on Pokemon Diamond, we're going to be see what else the Solaceon Town has in store for us, and we'll see what kind of fun we can see later on. See you guys then.